My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young lady? Sorry for all this trouble. Yun Li told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story. Han Guang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Flame Wheel Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Ju-Ming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So, by infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Hongguan's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood, turned into cursed swords eventually. Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons, from taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons. And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Flame Wheel Forge. Yun Li managed to survive, but she couldn't escape the horrors of that day. Yes, I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey. Even if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day, what will she do with her life after? Hu Yin is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Han Guang. Very few swordsmiths could use Heliobi as forging material, and Han Guang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost. I thought this sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved. Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her. By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you? I'll be counting on you then.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
All right, everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Yun Li, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword!
Now is not the time to use your reputation like that. If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yun Li is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. Ugh, they should have given it to me from the beginning.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yun Li is the main suspect. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yun Li openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed Arumatons in an attempt to get the sword. Am I right?
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap, just a few inches wide.
If March 7th were here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
Yeah, I don't think it was stolen on a whim.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword. In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place? That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal. Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission. You might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Cienjo. In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Law Fu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right? Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any suspicious individuals. So, did you steal it? Then stop joking around.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't have stolen the sword.
To put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yun Li.
Fair enough.
So,
I didn't steal the sword.
well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. If you want to prove me wrong, you'd better come up with some solid evidence.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yun Li clear her name.
Who could have thought that the Miekaki Vesa would be stolen? And that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission, and now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting. That's enough, young lady. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Miekaki Vesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies. Oh, of course, it could just be a myth. After all, no one has actually heard the sword speak. The point is that the Miekaki Vesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
If you've found any clues, feel free to... All right.
Yun Li says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yun Li can be impulsive, so if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yun Li yesterday, young lady, so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me? No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now. After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored. I'm counting on you, then.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock? Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious aromatons were smashed!
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way, and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away. Well, don't blame me if I find it first. And melt it down. There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword, but leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to? I mean, carrying around the sword like that would be pretty conspicuous. Wouldn't a thief prefer to take the case as well?
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone.
Thank you. But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Dahao.
100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yun Li. Miss Yun Li caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Gu Yun, but you stopped her in her tracks. After bidding farewell to you, Yun Li pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun. We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it during the search.
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
I know. Gu Yun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship. The one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
It's still early. Where to now?
To make your brain feel brand new. So let's use it.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon. Please allow me to correct your statement. I never attempted to steal this weapon. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty and possess only what is necessary.
What? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Cienjo. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down. I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Cienjo. Hand it over to me!
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyun that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyun's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a Knight of Beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword. The solution is right in your hand.
Captivated? No! I am touched by Master Guyun's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyun away from the Cienjo.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you. I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyun in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyun to leave the Cienjo with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyun over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got. You're not going to use Guyun to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
Victory is inevitable!
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Lance at the ready.
Rise to the challenge. Pledge thy glory.
Fearless knows not fear!
Failed to send you.
I won't do.
A flesh wound.
What's in your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Okay.
Oh, this symbol of pure
Lance
beauty.
ablaze. Lance forward!
You bully!
I'm on guard.
Show me what you can never hesitate!
You're fighting a gentleman. Confess.
That paradise, savor it for me.
I venture forth forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Challenge.
Okay.
Failed to send you.
Put forth all your might.
Fangs and claws, the fearless knows not fear! I won't
A flesh wound. Bear witness to you.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
I will dispatch you.
What's in your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
Show me what you can never
A
hesitate!
flesh wound.
I venture forth to forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Lance at the ready.
Rise. Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Not a scrap.
A blade. That paradise, savor it for me.
Confess.
I'll see the general's duty through to my last breath.
A flesh wound.
I'm on guard.
Rise to
Lance
the challenge.
ablaze. Lance forward!
You're fighting a gentleman.
I will dispatch you.
Show me what you can never hesitate!
A flesh wound.
I venture forth forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Behold, this symbol of pure. Let the duel commence.
Unnecessary.
Rise to the challenge. Pledge thy might.
Is there a
Put
chance?
forth all your might.
Don't be nervous. Just cooperate with me like you did before. You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
You bully! Fight to live! Attack detected.
Confess.
Timed. I will
Let me take
Flesh wound!
set the seas aflame!
It's time.
Behold, this symbol of pure... Let the duel commence. Let thy mortal...
fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Stand in position. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge.
A blade knows no mercy.
Rise to the challenge.
Thank you. I will keep fighting.
Unnecessary.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
Rise to the challenge. Put forth all your might.
Attack detected. Set the seas aflame!
Rise.
You can
Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge. Bear witness to...
Thank you. I will keep fighting.
I'm on guard.
Rise to the challenge.
You're fighting a gentleman!
Put forth all your might.
Not a scratch.
Flesh wound!
Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
fail to stand you. Savor it for me.
Let thy mortal...
Unnecessary.
What is your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Lance at the ready.
Bully!
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fire set the seas aflame!
Behold, this symbol of pure...
I will dispute.
Let the duel commence. Confess!
Fight to live! You don't look so good.
Fail to stand you.
Rise to the challenge. Rise to the challenge.
Set the seas aflame!
Put forth all your might.
Not a scratch.
A blade knows no... that paradise. Savor it for me.
Need a doctor vitamin!
Support received.
What is your prescription?
Support received. Bear witness.
You're fighting a gentleman!
Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
I will dispute.
Let thy mortal put forth all your might.
Fail to stand you.
Support received. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge. Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Attack detected!
I'm on guard.
Rise to
That paradise may be. Savor it for me.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
Set the seas aflame!
fighting a gentleman.
Thank you. I will.
Unnecessary.
Confess!
Failed to stand you.
Put forth all your might.
You need one.
Rise to the challenge.
Too little.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Not a scratch.
Is there a chance?
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
A blade knows no...
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Attack detected. Set the seas ablaze!
Let's sign
Fight to live! Let me pen your wound.
Bear witness to
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
rise to the challenge. Let the duel commence. Confess.
I will dispatch you.
Need a doctor? Stay off!
Unnecessary.
What's in your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Put forth all your might.
Not a scratch.
Failed to stand you. Savor it for me.
I'm on guard.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Let me pen your vitamin!
Unnecessary.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Initiate cleanup. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze!
Rise to the challenge.
A blade knows no mercy.
Let's sign move.
What's in your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge. Bear witness to...
This is more set to the seas ablaze!
I will dispute that paradise. Savor it for me.
Let the duel commence. Confess.
Okay. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Put forth all your might.
What's in your prescription?
Support received.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Bully! Let me pen your wounds.
I'm on guard.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Not a scratch.
Like firefly until everything burns to ashes! Firefly Type 4 in position.
A blade knows no
Lead
fail to send you.
flesh wound.
That paradise may be unreachable for me. Savor it for me.
Set the seas aflame! Need a doctor? Vitamin! What's in your prescription? Thank you.
Lance
I
at the
will
ready.
keep fighting.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Bear witness to.
This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
You impede me.
Recalibrating.
Okay.
Let me turn your now!
Let the duel commence. Confess.
Joining the battle. Attack!
You bully!
Put forth all your might.
Mission
Dream
terminated. Returning to battlefield.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame! Vitamin! What's in your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
Behold, this symbol of pure.
You bully!
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Firefly fight to live!
Rise to the challenge.
I will dispatch you.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Attack detected.
Fail to send you. That paradise may be unreachable for me. Savor it for me.
Set the seas aflame!
Rise to the challenge.
Not a scratch.
Confess. Bear witness to.
Joining the battle.
Let
Unnecessary.
the duel commence.
What's in your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Lead wound.
Initiate cleanup.
Is there a chance?
Put forth all your might.
You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
Take 4, in position. Set.
You're a real weirdo. Nap time.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork.
Rise to the challenge.
Fight to live!
Confess.
Naughty child.
Set the seas ablaze! Recalibrating! What's in your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
Bear witness to.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Let the duel commence. Let's move.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Okay.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Walk lightly!
Put forth all your might.
Bully!
Stand in position. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Behold, this symbol of pure.
What's in your prescription?
Thank you. I will. Keep fighting.
Set the seas ablaze!
I'm on guard.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Attack detected!
That's better.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge. Confess.
Okay.
Naughty child. Nap time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork.
Bear witness to.
Join the battle.
It's still early. Where to now?
Night of Beauty.
Dangerous?
You're not going. You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night. You're fighting a gentleman.
You're a real weirdo.
Show no mercy.
The flesh.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Follow my charge.
Here, it's thunder!
I will dispute.
Rise to the challenge! 1,000
Bear
thanks.
I'm on guard. Okay.
What is your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
Let the duel commence.
There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless. Rise to the challenge.
That paradise may be unreachable for me. Savor it for me.
The flesh wound. Put forth all your might.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Follow my charge.
Here, it's thunder! Show no mercy.
Behold, this symbol of pure.
Let me tend your wounds.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might. Conflict is pitiless.
What is your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
Let's I'm
Okay.
A blade knows no mercy.
Need a doctor?
That paradise may be unreachable for. Savor it for me.
the flesh wound.
There's no time to lose. Here, it's thunder!
Bear witness to.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Let the duel commence. Confess. Conflict is pitiless.
Show no mercy.
You don't look so good. Vitamin!
Unnecessary.
I'm on guard.
Put forth all your might.
Lotus Crest.
What is your prescription?
Unnecessary. I will dispatch you.
Follow my
Here, it's thunder!
Behold, this symbol of pure.
Let me tend.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
That paradise, savor it for me.
The flesh wound. Conflict is pitiless.
Dream us over!
I live.
Let's I'm
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Need a doctor? Vitamin!
1,000
Lance at the
thanks.
ready.
rise to the challenge. Bear witness to.
A blade.
There's no time. Here, it's
The
thunder!
flesh wound.
Show no mercy.
Let the duel commence. Confess.
Let me tend your wounds. What is your prescription?
1,000 thanks.
Failed to
The
send you.
flesh wound.
is the flesh wound.
Put forth all your might.
Lotus Crest!
Where's the doctor?
I will dispatch you. That paradise may be unreached. Savor it for me.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Too long behind the line.
It's still early. Where to now?
An ancient game to make your brain feel brand new.
Night of Beauty. You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
I could kind of show you what a treasure trove.
You're a real weirdo.
Let's make it quick. I venture forth to hunt forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Hero play is hard. That was just a small setback. Nothing more.
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.